The only thing that's quite difficult to admit is that United have now had a better season than Arsenal.
It's not difficult, it's true.
So they had a better season than you.
And you.
No, but if they had a better season than you...
Well, we've had a better one than you.
No, hold on. As I said...
This is nice, isn't it?
Straight back into it. Bash! Get in here.
Let them all squabble. I don't know. I'm 8 for the wino.
I said it different, and actually Flex agreed. They've had a more successful season because they won a trophy. They haven't had a better season. They've had a horrendous...
I'd rather have that, though.
Listen. I've been in a position that Flex has been in, right? Where we won... I'm not even going to say remember, I think it was 4 or 5... How many years ago? We won that FA Cup.
Yeah, 2020.
We beat Hull.
2014.
That time I was like, we had a good
10
season.
years, yeah.
The whole one.
We weren't great in it. But that time we beat Villa and we won it, I remember interviewing fans and fans were like, yeah, FA Cup, fantastic. But the league, we want to challenge for leagues. We want to go for leagues, right? How many more times we're going to win the FA Cup? Because we've won it more times than any other team. It's a great thing to win.
My trophy, that.
They saved us. They saved their season, but Flex is not getting it twisted. They had a horrendous season.
No, they're worse.
Right, and if they had such a great season, they wouldn't be talking about sacking the manager, would they? Right?
Well, the fans aren't all doing that.
And for you to be sitting there like you've had some great season.
I've had a great season.
No, you didn't. You wanted it
Knocked
to
you out of the cup.
You wanted it to
came third.
Bro, you didn't.
League Cup.
Listen, you
Beautiful
and no
season.
one on this table beat Arsenal in the league. So just relax.
Oh, but what about the cup?
The send off for Klopp. Do you think a manager?
What about the cup?
A manager of your stature. What about the cup? But then how did that end up?
Better than you, though.
Yeah, but you didn't win the FA Cup.
Still better. Yeah, because we beat you.
Listen,
did you have a better season than Arsenal?
100%.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
That's what we said. We have a better season. We got third in the Carabao Cup last year and said that.
You had a more successful.
Even you had a better season than Arsenal last season, mate.
That's what I mean.
You know what? Is that what's come to Liverpool now? It's great winning the Carabao Cup.
It's better than what you won.
You bottled the league.
Better than what you won. You bottled the league last year.
Oh, you lost it.
This is just ridiculous.
No, I'm just saying,
I'm on it.
you know what it is, right? The way he's come in.
This is ridiculous.
The way he's come in, they've given their greatest...
But he has won a trophy.
Hold on.
What have you won?
They have won a trophy.
They were talking about...
They've won the certificate. They've actually won a trophy.
You can't talk about trophies.
I'm telling about what they've won. I'm not talking about us.
How dare you? You don't need to stay out.
Just admit it's fine.
I'm arguing with...
Because it's just bollocks. Like, it's such bollocks.
I'm debating...
They've both had a more successful season than you and me.
I'm debating with AGT.
But all of us.
We're talking about trophies. You don't
He's
get
won a
involved.
trophy. He's won a trophy.
Stay out.
Trophy. I'm not talking about my club.
That's what I'm talking about you.
I'm talking about the general.
They all do this.
I'm talking about you as well.
What it is, I'm talking about you, right? The send-off you gave your manager was a disgrace.
What do you want them to do? Open top.
You gave your manager a disgraceful send-off.
What have you got to show for your season, though? Fuck
that.
Nothing.
Listen.
Hold it up.
Listen, just because you know we were better than you this season.
Proud to be first.
You know what I mean? They know we were better than them this season.
But they still won a trophy. You can't argue with that.
Well done.
You keep saying, all you ever say to me is that everything is measured on trophies. They've won a trophy. They've won a trophy.
So Liverpool win the. I want to start getting a bit of context into this thing, and as I said it on Saturday. I did the watch along here. And I bigged up United for their performance because they played really well. Nobody expected them to win that, and they salvaged their season by winning that FA Cup. But if you was to go into that boardroom at Man United, right, they are not pleased in general. Wait a minute. They're not. Stop the comparisons right now, because I think if you
don't like it.
Hold on. Wait. I'm talking from a the United board's point of view, right? They're not going to be happy with the fact that they're not in the Champions League.
They won the FA Cup.
They're Manchester United.
All right, if you want to listen, we as fans, we would look at, we say a trophy. United are not going to be happy that they're not in the Champions League.
They still won a trophy.
Okay. So you think they're happy with that?
No, why is
Ten happy that they won the FA Cup?
Hold on, AGT. Why is Ten Hag's job at risk?
Were you happy when you won the FA Cup?
Why are we arguing this for you?
Right?
Speak.
Listen, you're happy. You're happy. 1 second. You're happy on the day. It's a great day out. It's massive.
Now, look.
It's massive, and of course, it's something that's given them some pride for the season after a horrendous season. But in general, when the dust settles, when they sit down, they are not happy that they are not.
Oh, Robbie.
No,
okay, well,
I'm not involved with myself in this beef.
This is just a why.
Matisse,
I got bigger fish to fry.
Listen, I don't know, right?
We're not happy. No, we're not happy with the way the season went.
I think. Listen, I think
it's all happy we're going to Wembley, but it hasn't just given them
It's something to kick on from.
That's what I'm saying. It's what it actually has done is bred belief that actually he might be able to turn this around, and he's earned the right to see if he can. So, look. me personally, and this is me actually being honest, you know me, I'm always on the banter thing.
Yeah.
If an Arsenal fan tries to come to me and start really talking, I will drop the whole 4 out of the last 4, 700 million, you ain't won nothing. But realistically, from a football perspective, I actually just want to focus on us, because actually the worst thing that I do, and even as Man United fans, is we try and do this and then forget about our own thing, and then like the context of our own shit in-house, what we have to sort. This just means the manager should get more time. Let's see if we can change it around. There's examples out there where you can finish 8th with an FA Cup and go in a positive direction. But the caveat is, the longer you go without actually winning silverware, questions start to be answered. But our league form is nowhere near good enough.
Remember, your greatest ever manager, that was what kick-started him. He won the FA Cup, and that was what kick-started Fergie. He was about to get sacked after 6 years. And he's the greatest ever manager they've had. Probably... Well, it's arguably him or Pep, greatest ever Premier League manager, right? So that's what I'm saying. You know, if Liverpool win the Carabao Cup from 2017, Spurs finished second while scoring the most goals and conceding the least. Arsenal won the FA Cup while finishing outside of the top 4, 11 points behind Spurs. Wouldn't you say Arsenal had a better season?
Yes.
I'm saying to you, that was a season where people are saying, yo, bro,
get rid of him.
That's the mentality of the fans. They were like, want to compete for the league.
But yeah,
so remember that?
When he won the FA Cup, was you saying get rid?
When he won that, you know the funny thing about that, right? I can tell you this, right, from doing AFTV. When he won the first FA Cup, there was a lot of fans saying he should leave now on a high. But there's most fans, including myself, saying, nah, man, he just won an FA Cup. First thing in 9 years, give him another chance. When he won the second FA Cup, I can tell you this, the majority of fans were like...
When who won the second FA Cup?
When Wenger won the second FA Cup.
Oh, so we talk about Arteta.
So when did this happen? Right? A lot of fans were saying, that was the one we won against Aston Villa. A lot of fans, the majority of fans were like saying, all right, he should leave now on a high. He won an FA Cup, but we're not doing good enough in the league. So I can see...
but the Arteta one, when you finish 8th and
no,
you only just got there.
That's his first season.
Not that one, that was his first season. The one where the top 4, the bottom of the top 4, the Amazon documentary season.
Yeah.
That one where it was like, was that 2 years after winning the FA Cup?
Yeah.
He was knocking on the door. What did you feel there?
I wanted him to stay. I wanted him to stay, but there's quite a few fans saying, my thing then was he should stay and we should give him the next season. And if you remember, he started that next season horrendously. He lost the first 3 games. And I was like, if you don't... we had that game against... I was like, if you don't beat Norwich...
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of fans saying, because his dad started it really badly. So...
After
it's the league form that...
I think someone going into their first ever job... Someone going into their first ever job versus someone that's vastly experienced shouldn't be compared. Because why are we comparing two managers that are completely different points in their career? We don't do that with players. If a player's 21, you give him more time than a player's 30. So what are we doing?
Would you give Ten Hag more time?
No, I'd sack him. I'd sack him on a high. I think he's done well to win the FA Cup, but they've literally broken so many records in the league. We've been sitting here every week talking about shots against, goals against.
I was happy with our season. Would have loved to have won it.
You would have liked a trophy.
We're moving forward. I think we'll finish higher than you next season.
You might, but we won a trophy this season. And they've won 2 since you won nothing.
The League Cup, if you're satisfied with that, well done to you.
More than you.
Good.
More than you, man.
Good. Yo, you don't talk in this, man. I keep telling you.
No, but she's allowed to talk about your team. Like, you talk about her
trophies,
team.
she's not involved.
You've won the same amount of trophies as us this season.
And Everton.
This season.
Sorry, you won that certificate. Cool.
This season. We actually did win. We did actually win the
Community Shield.
50p.
That's a trophy. You lot were carrying the Audi Cup.
He says don't compare, but then instantly compares to you.
Did you not lose that the year before?
Which?
We ain't gonna get no rest on this flight.
He's not on our flight. He's not on our flight.
He's gonna be hearing about English Super.
Right, I think I've got the last one here.